What is soaring? What are some of the methods used to soar Tennessee walking horses? And keep in mind, please, we're going to exclude the shoes and equitation. We're dealing more with foreign substances and foreign objects, things that are typical soaring.
What I would like to add is to show you the implement of soaring. Here's a 8-pound shoe removed from this horse, Jen's Ice Glimmer. Glimmer was rescued going to slaughter in July 28, 2015. He was saved by the Horse Plus Humane Society of Hohenwald, Tennessee. We had no idea when we saved Glimmer what his record was.
Excuse
Here
me,
is,
Clint, can we deal specifically?
no, I'm going to deal with this.
No.
Yes,
Clint,
I am. This
excuse me,
horse,
Clint,
this has to do with the
Clint,
soaring, and it
Clint,
has to do with the shoe.
there will be
Now
time to
listen,
talk about
I
it.
feel like I'm being censored. This is the most important thing that we can do.
I have asked you a specific question, and
What
I
is the
want to deal
question?
with it. There will be other chances to talk about this. I want to talk about the mechanics. There may be people here that don't understand what
The
soaring
mechanics
is.
is they take these 8-pound shoes and they put them on the horse's foot, and they have lead in the bottom, and then they put these chains right here on these horses' feet,
We're gonna ask
and
you
it
to
causes him to throw his legs up
We
high.
are going to ask you to leave
Why?
if you don't continue the protocol of this panel. We don't want to get into anything difficult, but you need to follow what Candace
Well,
has to.
I was just following the video, which explained it.
Let her tell you what she wants
I
to hear
can't have her
from you.
tell me what to say. I'll be glad to answer a question.
I
What
am
was your
moder-
question,
I am-
please?
It's specific. What is soaring? What are some of the methods of soaring, excluding the shoes?
The
You have the
soaring is
chains.
big lick animal cruelty. Soaring is created by putting heavy shoes on the horse's feet, and then they put chemicals on the pastern area of the horses above the hoof, and then they put the chain. It's the only horse breed in America that's shown with chains in the ring. USEF will not allow this horse at any of its events. Mr. Thorson is here, and I'm happy to see him representing the celebration. He's the Horsemen's Leadership Council. Later we'll have a discussion with Ms. Candace Wade's permission regarding the VAC, which is the Veterinary Advisory Committee, which has been discredited twice in 2014 and
We're going
2015.
to stand subject. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you very much.
Clint, did you have anything else you wanted to discuss about stewarding or action devices, something that we didn't cover?
Jeannie, may I have the mic, please?
Yes.
In the Jackie McConnell video, they were hitting the horse on the head, teaching him not to react to pain when they pick up his foot, which has been sensitized to pain. Also in the Larry Whelan barn, which was in Maryville, Tennessee, which was an ongoing case that the BillyBoyd.com blog covered all the events. They had a barbed wire harness device they fit on top of the horse's head around his ears, where if he moved when they picked his foot up, he would hurt.
Would that be considered stewarding?
Yes, ma'am. It's teaching the horse not to react to pain when they pick up his feet. You create a greater pain somewhere else for the horse, where then he doesn't. And it's all about inspection.
Okay, thank you. The PAST Act, where are we now with the PAST Act and with the USD Horse Protection Act amendment that was going on at the end of summer, beginning of fall? Clint, would you address that, where we are with that?
The PAST Act is dead. It's over. It's finished. It's done for.
Why would you say that?
Because Mitch McConnell is the Senate Majority Leader, and Mr. Thorson's crowd pays $12,000 a month to a lobbyist named Mr. Jeff Speaks,
Can
whose
we not
job
make
is.
it personal?
No, it's factual, Ms. Wade.
Can we not make it personal? We need to
Mr.
be
Thorson
respectful of
is.
everybody.
I'm very respectful.
Please.
Mr. Thorson runs one of the higher-end big league barns there is. I know it's a clean operation. I respect you. I've seen your horses. I've stood out there in front of these protests. I've seen your rig come in. You do things first class. But the system is basically flawed. And I would like to read Mr. Carl Bledsoe's statement. I talked to him before this meeting. This is what he said,
Is this
respectfully.
about the PAST Act?
Ms. Wade, you can censor me if you want to.
I want to know if what you're going to say has to do with the question. Is
It
this
always
about the
has to
PAST
do with
Act?
the PAST Act, because the PAST Act is prevent all soaring tactics. And Mr. Bledsoe says as long as there's a chain and pad on those horses, they're going to suffer. They're going to be compliant at the horse show, which is what you're talking about with inspection, but they still have to suffer. And Dr. Hafner at MTSU, veterinarian, said you cannot have this business. It's built on the suffering and pain of horses. So it's basically flawed from the very beginning. Thank you for letting me express
you.
myself, and I appreciate it.
What action can the audience take to benefit the breed of the Tennessee walking horse?
Pray, and support Secretary Tom Vilsack, who the public has expressed their opinion on this. 95% are for removing the pads and chains to abolish the big lick. That's under consideration. Hopefully it will be done before the end of the present administration. Pray. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I would like to say, do you think that we need, not the boards and the horse organizations, but we need to have more of you all involved about really the protection and the abuse that is given to these orders for human pleasure?
The American Veterinary Medical Association is on record for abolishing the pads and the chains. This is not complicated. The American Association of Equine Practitioners is on record. They're in front of Congress for abolishing the pads and chains. And one more time, the big lick is animal cruelty. According to Don Hafner, MTSU, horse science professor, equine vet, native of Tennessee, who used to take care of big lick horses. It doesn't get any more conclusive than that. And Mr. Thorson loves his horses. I know he does, okay? I know he does. And I don't question that, all right?